Hi guys, welcome to our daily encounter. In James chapter 5 and verse 17, we read that Elijah was a man with the same nature as us. And we see that really come out in 1 Kings chapter 19 in our reading today. After you read about all the wonderful things that Elijah does and the commitment he had to the Lord and the great powerful things God had done through him, especially in connection to the priests of Baal, we might begin to think that, well, Elijah was just a special person, that, he just had a special personality that allowed him to be a great prophet. But chapter 19 shows us that no, he was a person just like us. And he struggled with the same things as us. We find early on in the chapter that Jezebel wants to chase him down, and he becomes afraid. And he actually runs from Jezebel. And then he goes from being afraid to die to actually wanting to die, as he lays under a broom tree and asks the Lord that the Lord would just kill him, that he would just die right there, and it would all be over. And then we'll also see him discouraged as he thinks about the fact that, or what he thought was the fact, that he was all alone, that all the prophets, all the people who were faithful to God were dead. And the Lord encourages him and says, no, I've reserved 7,000 to myself. And so time and time again through this chapter, we see Elijah really showing his human nature. And I really like how the Lord, every time Elijah began to have these experiences, God shows him grace. He gives him food whenever he's in despair and he's running from Jezebel. He gives him an encouraging word when he's discouraged, and so on and so forth. And one of these examples is what we'd like to focus on today for our devotion. When the angel of the Lord comes to Elijah and he looks up and he sees a bread cake baked on hot stones and jar of water, and he ate and drank and lay down. And then again, the angel of Yahweh came again a second time and touched him and said, "Arise, eat." And then this statement, "Because the journey is too great for you." It says he arose and ate and drank and went in the strength of that food 40 days and 40 nights to Horeb, the mountain of God. It's that statement, the journey is too great for you. In other words, you need to eat this food, and this food seems to have supernaturally given him the strength to make the journey. And it was the strength that the Lord had given him that allowed him to make this journey. That was a very, very far journey from where he's at. And yet Elijah needed to understand that the journey is too great for you. You need to receive this food that is divinely given to you, and you need to go on the journey in the strength of the Lord. And that's the message that we need to hear too, because when it comes to life, the same thing could be said to us. The journey is too great for you. We're on a journey. We're on a journey through this world. As we live this life here on this earth, we're on a journey. We've begun our journey by placing our faith in Jesus Christ, and we began to walk before the Lord and to follow him. And that journey will continue until either we give up or we get to the end of the journey and we find ourselves in our eternal home with the Lord. And all the while that we're on this journey, we need to remember that the journey is too great for us. Just life in and of itself is difficult, but when you put on top of it, trying to live a life of faithfulness to God, sometimes having to go against our own instincts and our own nature to try to, fulfill God's will. We're trying to keep his commandments at the same time, trying to encourage others to do so as well. And this life can become very, very difficult. And we could say, yes, the journey is too great for us. And that's why we need the Lord to strengthen us. We need the Lord to give us the sustenance that we need, and we need the Lord to give us the strength that we need to make the journey. And the more we realize just how insufficient we are to make this journey, and how much we need the Lord as we go on this journey, the more and more we'll lean on Him and say, Lord, this journey is too great for me. I need your strength. I need your help. I need your sustenance to help me get through this journey, and to continue to lean on the Lord and to trust in Him. And so hopefully our reading today will encourage us. It will encourage us to say, you know what? I can trust in the Lord. He knows my journey is too great for me, but I know the journey is too great for me, but I shouldn't be discouraged by that, because I have a God who will come and supply me all my needs. He will strengthen me from within, and He'll help me make each step of the journey as I move forward. And again, hopefully we'll be encouraged to that end as we do our reading. And with that, guys, I do thank you for watching the video today. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. God bless.